Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Settlement Survival. I hope you're having a good one because I am excited to be back. We have 20 settlers that are homeless right now. We have 3 that are injured, but we are still working on getting this giant area up here constructed. And thankfully, we should have some builders that are available to do that because I don't really think we're working on much else anywhere else, which is good. Essentially, all of the homeless people are going to move into this new neighborhood. And actually, yeah, we have some construction going on right here. Now, there has been an update since the last time I played this game. I'm not exactly sure what's fully in the update, I'm going to be honest, because I haven't read any patch notes. I wasn't aware that there was an update, but the UI is a little bit different. If I go down here, we have like a slightly nicer looking menu. We've got this one as well with all sort of the subcategories, and you can sort of close out of that and go to decorations. And then you have like lighting as its own category, which is pretty darn cool. I like some of this. We've got themed stuff. So we got like vampire theming with coffins and clocks and all this stuff, which I think looks very, very cool. You've got like iron crates and iron boxes, and I don't really know, you know, what all of this is necessarily going to do. We have like a luxury cemetery, which is pretty cool too. We have Halloween stuff, we have Christmas stuff, we have broken stuff, Spring Festival, and Easter eggs. It's kind of cool. I'm going to be honest. We also have like decorative buildings. We have windmills, or wind wheels rather. That's pretty cool. We have a snow house for some reason. Sand sculptures. We have the Sphinx. We have a bigger Sphinx, which is interesting, I guess. That's fair enough. All right. Got some plants. We got some miscellaneous. It's pretty cool though. I kind of like it a lot. I like this statue too. I think that's really cool looking. Oh, we got cat statues as well. Man, I'm going to have to get some cat statues. Sorry, I'm getting slightly distracted by the fact that we have new things to play with and they're all new and shiny. But we're not really going to worry too much about the new and shiny today, because what I want to do today is I want to focus a little bit on food, on drink, on all of that good stuff, because our food is currently at 11,000. I'm pretty sure it has been at times considerably higher. So I'd like to work on getting a little bit more food in here. We do have oats being grown in these fields here. We do have some buffalo, which are eventually going to give us some meat. But if I remember right, I actually haven't yet got around to getting a means to deal with the buffalo, have I? Well, actually, I take that back. I have. I got meat processing. We also have a barbecue. Unlock the barbecue house, which can process meat into barbecued meat. I like the sound of that, so I'm going to unlock it, even if I don't necessarily need it. We have a bakery as well. We have a meat feast, which is one of my favorite types of pizza, I'm going to be honest. Yeah, so I think food is looking a little bit low. It is the height of summer, so I don't think we're actually harvesting anything right now, so it's not the end of the world, but I'd like to just be careful, because the amount of food that we have is going down very, very quickly, which gives me a sneaking suspicion that maybe the game has been rebalanced in terms of consumption. So let's just have a look and see what we can do in terms of food. So we have the fields, we have the orchards, we have the groves. I'm thinking we could probably do a touch more fishing. So we could go ahead and do a little fishing dock up here, which I think would be a great little spot for it. So I'm going to throw that in there, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get some dirt roads going by the fishing dock as well. So we'll do something like this. We'll keep it relatively simple, and it's just going to run straight into there. So that's going to give us a bit more food. I don't think have any fishing spots down this way. Oh, we do have one right down here in the corner. And I don't think that's too far away from everything, so I might do one down there, but we'll do just the one for now. In terms of fields, we have got some space to play with, and I'm kind of willing to play with that space. So what I'm thinking we do is we go here, we do, you know, what is that, 8? We could do some pretty nice fields if we do, what is that, 15 or 12? So what is that, 12 by 8? Is pretty decent. I'm going to do the same over on this side as well. So we're going to be looking for 12 by 8. And in theory, we can do exactly the same thing down in these corners as well. So if we go for 12 by 8 right there, and we go for 12 by 8 right there. Now, I'm not a huge fan of having these fields kind of in the middle of the town, which is essentially what I've done here. But I think just to make sure that we're on top of food, I'm willing to deal with that. We'll also connect these corners together. And what I can do with the empty spaces is fill it with buildings, or I can, you know, put some storage in there, which might not be a terrible idea. So if we go to storage, we have got some options. We have some things we can play with. We have the small marketplace as well, which is pretty cool. But I think what I'm going to do, actually, you know what? I don't dislike the idea of a little small marketplace here so we can do more housing by the river. In fact, the small marketplace has the same size zone as the regular one, so that's actually pretty good. We don't have warehouses right now, which is a little frustrating. So I think what I'll do is I will just go ahead and do a little storage yard here, and I'm going to do a little storage yard right here as well. And we'll sort of just stick them into to these spaces, and that's going to give us a nice area to, well, store things, essentially. Now, looking at it, I'm not going to be able to go right down there. So let's see if I start here. What are we looking at? We're going to have a little gap of 2 right there, but honestly, I'm not too worried about it because I can just fill it in with more storage yard. And yes, it's going to be another little thing in the UI. It's going to be another little thing on the screen, but we'll deal with it. A little bit of extra storage never hurt anybody. So we'll get that all going. As for these fields here, let's say it's going to be... We could go for more peas. Those were kind of a staple for a good while. So let's go for... Well, yeah, let's go for more peas. I think that's a pretty solid idea. And we'll do the same just here as well. Not the biggest fields for it, but honestly, I think we'll manage. Down here as well, let's go for some more peas, and we'll do the same here as well. We'll just really go hard on peas. Now, I did see a thing that said immigrants have arrived. What is this doing? Oh, that's our butcher. We already have one. Fantastic. Okay. I want you to... I guess? Wait, what are you... Oh, wow. We are going to need a couple of butchers. Because we have buffalo, which is a pretty big deal. But we also have goose and turkey. So we process the buffalo meat into meat chop. And we can also process it into fat. Now, this can be used to make cured meat at a curing workshop. It's a rough food. Long-time consumption is harmful for health. Okay. Okay. I like that. I think that's kind of cool. So essentially what we're going to have to do is get 2 more butchers. I wasn't 100% expecting to have to do that. I'm also thinking I might have to move the butcher to be somewhere that's a little more convenient for the buffalo. So I might put the butcher out here. I'm also thinking, what's going on with this? Need dividing from pastures that have the same animals. Wait, what? Need dividing from what? I have no idea what this means. I'm going to be completely honest. I'm not 100% sure what's going on there. Start slaughter. Current number 14. We'll deal with it. I might move a butcher out here though. I might do 1 here and 1 in that corner, 1 for buffalo, 1 for turkey, and then over here we have geese. Unless we just move our pastures elsewhere. Like, why don't I just move my animals down to somewhere that they can be, you know, specifically, rather than having them all over the place. That way meat production's kind of in a single spot and can get transferred out across the entire, you know, the entire settlement, I guess. Might not be a bad idea. We could have done that with these spaces as well. Go ahead and just put pastures in the 4 corners, but, well, we've done this now, so we'll not worry too much about it. I might do that though. But I guess in terms of processing, we've got the barbecue house. We'll do something with that shortly. I'm gonna want more butchers. So let's, I guess, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll put 1 up here and we'll put 1 in that corner and we'll go down to this other one and we're gonna swap this guy out for, I guess, goose meat. And that should be fine. So wait, meat chop, hold on, poultry, what? How is processing meat chop into goose meat? I'm not really sure what exactly this is trying to do. Horse meat? Oh my god. We get some interesting meats in here. So goose meat. We should have some. Not really sure what exactly it's doing. It says it's processing meat chop. So whatever. We'll kind of leave it be for now. Let's have a look at these immigrants because I think we're gonna actually need them. There are 20 of them. But we only have 2 laborers right now, so I'm going to bring the immigrants in. We have 36 people that are homeless, but we have a lot of houses still to be built up here, so that should be a non-issue. And essentially, a lot of those guys can go to work on various farms, is how I see it. Now, that's a forester's hut. I kind of want to convert some of this space, I'm going to be honest. So I want to go in and I want to demolish this forester's hut. And that'll give me 4 more laborers. And the reason I want to do that is I like the idea of how many herbs do we have right now? So we have medicine. We don't have that many. So what if we were to go in and say that we wanted, say, 3 more nurseries right here. So kind of similar to what we have on the other side and similar to what we did originally. We did, I think, have 6 of these guys. We bring a road sort of down and across. So we go across and up to that corner. And then in this space, and I guess we do the same here, we just do 2 more big fields and get people working. And then we do, you know, fields down here. We just turn this into a big old farming area. That seems like it would be a pretty solid idea. Just get food production going crazy over here. We could even move the pastures down here. And then, you know, eventually move the bakeries down here. Not the bakeries, the butchers. I don't know. We might do that. We'll do this for now. We'll get this cleared out, get that demolished, and everything should be okay. So it's time for harvest. I want to see what our food goes up to as everyone starts harvesting here. I'm hoping for good things. I'm hoping food goes a little bit crazy. Also, do we have... Wow, we have room for a lot more people on that field. Good lord. Okay. Hopefully food goes crazy, or we are going to be in a serious problem. Now, what are you capped out on right now? Steel is limited to 200. Let me make that 500. It seems like a much better number for steel. And this guy is rope, which can be limited to, let's say, 400 for the rope limit. You are domestic... Oh, fuel's doing pretty good, so let's just leave that as is. And I'm noticing food doesn't seem like it's going up all that much. That has me concerned. Also, this guy has reached its output limit. So that mine is... done. That's slightly depressing. Okay. So we're going to be getting low on coal, is essentially what that means. That's a bit of a worry, but I'm sure we'll manage. And yeah, like I said, food is... it's being harvested, but we're not really seeing the stat go up all that much. So yeah, I think the best thing we can do is get over here, maybe prioritize clearing out this building, get these guys built as soon as we can, and get the fields in here as soon as we can as well. So that's... I think that's going to be my plan. Is to... well, I guess the other problem is all of my guys are prioritizing these houses, which is admittedly fair enough, given that we have 27 people that are homeless. I think what might be a good idea is getting another builder's cabin in here. So what we could do with this is potentially swap out one of the houses in favor of a builder's cabin. So let's say this little house right here is going to get cancelled and a builder's cabin can live right there. And I'm actually going to say this one can get cancelled and a builder's cabin can live right there as well. And those automatically get people working in them. And I'm going to say that we're going to have a lot of people working in these builder's cabins because I think that's probably a pretty good idea. Now we are down to 12 laborers, which is a bit rough. Well, I guess we did just put, what, 12 of them to work in the builder's cabins, but that should go ahead and really get this place built that bit quicker. Although we are probably going to start running out of timber and stuff like that, but this should be okay. We'll start getting some alerts if we run out of materials, and we'll deal with it then. We are seeing a lot of people here that are actually freezing, which is kind of a worry. I guess we're not storing any... Oh, you know what we need? You know what we need over here? We're going to need wells, is what we're going to need. 100% going to need some wells. So let's do... Well, let's do one, I guess. I could do 2 of them. I'm just going to do one right there. And I'm going to do one right there. And I'm actually I'm going to do 4 of them, I think. And I'm going to rotate these ones so they're facing sort of the right direction as well. I'm going to do 4 of these guys just because I think it's going to look nice for this little town to have a little bit of extra symmetry. We can go in, we can do some dirt roads sort of around it like this. We can do some dirt roads sort of around it like this. We'll do the same on this side as well. And we'll do the same down here as well, just to surround that one. And that'll give us plenty of water in this space. But what I'm thinking is, well, we could get butchers in here as well. We really could. We could get some cool stuff in here. We could get the barbecue house, which actually is such a cool looking little building that I do want to place this in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place one there, and I'm going to place one on the other side. I'm going to leave a little bit of a gap though, so I can have some fun with the roads and leave some, you know, detail in there. We'll connect it at either side. We'll do this, this, and this, and that'll be okay. So that'll give us room to cook up some meats and do some cool stuff there. But what I think we actually need, and the whole point of what I'm getting at, is that I think we need to get ourselves, if I can find it, something like, wherever it is, because I know it exists. I don't know why I can't. I'm looking for, not timber. Is it timber? I don't know what I'm looking for. I'm going to be completely honest. It's the thing that they fuel. I'm looking for fuel. I'm looking for the sawmill. That's the building that I couldn't find and couldn't name for some reason. But I'm thinking that we maybe go for a water sawmill, because I don't think we have one of these guys. Oh, we have one. Okay. We have a water sawmill. I'm thinking though that, let's see, we're making planks with this guy. Let me increase that to like you know what, 750 is actually fine on that. So we have a water sawmill. I feel like getting one to make fuel is not a bad idea, especially since this guy is no longer doing coal. Although if I go to this, yeah, it's just completely out of resources. So let's turn this off, I guess. Oh wait, we have this. Oh, this one was never set up. Okay, this guy's gonna be coal as well then. I think I was gonna use that one for iron, but well, we're doing coal now. Let's take the workers out of this guy and let's just turn it off. And I guess, I don't know if we can demolish this thing, but we'll see what we can do. We'll just go ahead and do this. And I think this thing is just gonna live there forever now. It's indestructible, so it kind of just lives there. We do have a bit of stone going. Let's get one more person working there because we can. And for the other mine, we can go ahead and say that we want to free up all these worker spots. There we go. 10 out of 10 people working. We still have 15 laborers, which is pretty good. This area is coming along nicely. Only 17 people homeless. Still plenty to build around here, but it is coming along nicely, so that's great. And food is actually red now. So food is not doing well, which has me concerned. We're still in the height of winter. Spring is coming, but I'm a little concerned. I've also just noticed that we have the highest city health. So people are consuming less stamina. They have 25% health. I don't know what exactly that is, but basically people are happy despite the fact that many of them are cold and we are getting very close to running out of food. So, you know what? Good for them. I'm glad they're happy. Hopefully, hopefully we manage to deal with whatever might be coming our way. Because I do have some feelings about, you know, what might be coming our way. I am very much aware that we might have some problems. Now, let's, I guess, so what is this? This is flax and flax. Let's go to food. And I want to say that orchards wouldn't be a terrible idea. I don't know how much we're getting from this. Actually, last year was 1,000 there. It was some cherries, 495 on the oats. I don't know. I don't know how well we're doing. This guy's doing pretty well on peas. Yeah. I don't know. I think we'll probably be okay with the new fields that we have, to be completely honest. We'll probably survive. But I think I will go ahead and I will say the area is too large. Can I get away with this? Area is too large. It has to be 15 by 15, which I think that is. That's nice. Got a perfect little, I don't know, 15 by 14 on that side. Well, oh no, 15 by, wait, what? I did the road in the wrong place. I did. Ooh, all right. Let's very quickly remove that road and get a little dirt road coming down here with a lovely 15 by 15 field right about there. So we'll get that cleared out in no time, turned into a lovely field. We'll get some resources from this as well. And we'll get some people working to hopefully give us a whole bunch of food because it is starting to get kind of low. We're also getting low on something in there. Fuel's getting kind of low as well. So hopefully the coal production steps up a little bit. We do still have these guys to build in here, but I think the houses are kind of taking priority, which I guess is fine. Oh, it looks like we're already getting a harvest over here for one of the new fields. So hopefully we're going to see some good things happen. We also have this barbecue house up and going. So what can we do with this? Now we could use beef. We could use meat chop and domestic fuel to make sausage. Buffalo meat, salt, and sugar to make buffalo jerky. Let's make, I guess, sausage. That seems like a pretty good shout, although we don't have meat chop right now because I don't think the butchers have been built, but we'll get there in good time. You are going to be fishing, which is going to give us a little bit more food as well. And it doesn't look like there's any question marks around here, so we're not really worried too much about all of that. I would like to see this guy get done because I would like to see if we can just get ourselves a little bit of fancy food going. We're also getting down to no laborers, and we have some immigrants on the way, which is, I don't know about that. I don't know that I want to accept a whole bunch more people. I don't know that that's going to be a good idea. We also don't have goose. Why don't we have goose meat? So this year, last year, so it is producing goose meat. I'm not really sure why this guy doesn't have any. Oh, it is producing. It's just not frequently produced. Okay, that's fine. That's all right then. Let's see. So this guy's done. So what do we need for fancy food? So turkey, tomatoes, butter. So tomatoes are grown in fields, but we don't have the seeds right now. And then butter is made from milk at the butter workshop. We can make roast turkey though. Beef, potatoes, and butter. So I need a butter workshop is what I'm saying. I also don't think we can grow potatoes and don't think we have beef. So I guess, I mean, really we need salt and we need sugar. So salt is produced at a Saltworks, and then I guess roast rat meat. Oh my god. Yeah, sugar is made from sugar beet, sugarcane, maple sap, or malt at the sugar works. So let's do buffalo jerky, because we will eventually have buffalo meat, and that should be fine. I guess, so we're gonna need salt and we're gonna need sugar. So let's have a look at technology real quick. And if we go to processing, we have salt making already. So we have a Saltworks. We're going to need sugar. Oh wait, no, we don't. We are going to need that. And we're going to need sugar as well. So we should now have both. So resources, we scroll along. We have a Saltworks, which can extract salt from water. So this thing has to partially go in the water, which is fine by me. We can throw it, well, we can kind of throw it anywhere. I'm tempted to put it up here though, because I like that little spot. Wait, does it just, oh, it just has to be near the water. Okay, I like right there. I don't know if that's going to interfere with anything, but a little Saltworks right there near, you know, the place that's consuming the salt seems like a good idea. And then the other one was the sugar workshop and a jam workshop as well. Okay, well, let's do the sugar one for now. And I guess in terms of locations for this, I mean, we have some space up here that we could play with. We could do a little sugar workshop, say, well, I guess here's not bad. I think that's a decent little spot. We'll see if we need 2 of them eventually, but for now, we'll just go for 1. And yeah, we're just kind of waiting on this entire thing building now, which is taking, well, actually, it's not taking as long as it was going to originally, because, you know, we got a million more builders, which is lovely. In terms of food, though, still really worried. Still really, really worried about that. We have 21 immigrants. I'm gonna go ahead and accept them because we really do need them. We had no laborers, and it also looks like we're gonna need a few things here. We need some iron ore. So what I'll do is we'll tell everybody to head out and start to gather some rocks. And eventually that means we're gonna have to set up another mine because the one we have down here is doing coal right now. But that's all right. We'll gather all of this. That'll give us everything we need for, you know, everything they need to do. And we're also low on tools, apparently. Interesting. That's kind of surprising, if I'm honest. I'm not 100% sure what I'm looking for in here in terms of tools. This changed UI thing is throwing me off a little bit. Blacksmith and smithy can process stone, timber, or iron into tools, so that's what I'm looking for. An advanced smithy would be a good shout, I think. We have a smithy right there. I think that's the only smithy that we have as well. And there's only 1 person working in it. Well, that's a little grim. Let's go ahead and just increase the number of people working there. And I guess we look for an advanced one as well. So what is this guy? It's a gatherer's hut. It's not a great spot for one anymore, is it? It's really not. I'll tell you what. Let's get the advanced smithy. It doesn't fit nicely in this space, annoyingly. But what I'll do is I'll build it here. And we'll do a little road that goes down here, a little road that goes down here, and a little road that goes across there. So it still sort of has the same pattern that we've done in some other places, and I also want to prioritize that, because I think getting people some tools is going to be really important. So we'll get that going. We're getting low on herbs. Food is actually green again, despite the fact that we don't have as much. So I think we're now harvesting enough that we're going to have a surplus. I think that's what that means. So hopefully that's what that means. Hopefully we're going to be okay, because if we're not, well, we're screwed. So let's get some herbs going here as well. What do you need? Clay? Collected from a sand pit? Okay. Well, we have got some, or a sand pit, right? Yeah. Let's get you doing some clay for a little while. And then what do you need? You need clay as well. Maybe we need another sand pit. Maybe that's a thing. Also, you know what this game needs? You know what this game really needs? It needs a search bar, is what it needs. Absolutely needs a search bar. Just a way to like click and be like, I want to search for a sand pit or whatever I want to search for. Definitely needs it. But, you know, it's whatever. I'm having fun. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, you know what, this game would be great, but it doesn't have a search bar. Let's do a sand pit there. And I could do one there, but I think we just need the one. So we'll go ahead and do a little double dirt road here for the sand pit. We'll get that going in good time. This guy is coming along. All of this is, I mean, actually coming along. The roads are getting built now, which is kind of a big deal. So that's surprising. I wasn't expecting to see the roads get done today. This sugar workshop is getting constructed, which is a pretty big deal as well. So we should be able to do some stuff with that, which is going to give us the sugar for the buffalo jerky. And then the sand, or the salt one, the Saltworks. Where did I build the Saltworks? I did build a Saltworks, right? I know I've just looked at it and already forgotten, but I'm I'm looking at like a lot of things here and trying to stay on top of a lot of things, and I'm not doing a very good job of it. So sugar is there, resources. Saltworks was the water one, right? So it was over here somewhere. It was up right there. God, I'm an idiot. So we're finally making meat up here at this butcher. We're taking buffalo meat, turning it into meat chop and fat. So that'll be good for the barbecue houses. We've got this place being built as well. So this guy is going to process the turkey into meat chop as well. So that's going to be pretty good. Our administrator needs to be reappointed. Who was the administrator? Construction proficiency. I can't afford to reappoint you. So who are we looking at? Efficiency of processing structures is 20%. Yeah, we'll just go with that again. Okay, so we're running into a lot of problems right now because we've expanded the population quite considerably. We are very dangerously, uncomfortably low on food right now, and I'm not happy about that. I'm also thinking that making some stone tools might be an idea. Making steel tools is completely possible. Let's do that. Let's make some steel tools and get a lot of people working on that so that we can actually have, you know, a really good amount of tools in here. So 400 tools will be fine. This place is slowly coming together. The Saltworks will get done eventually. We have a wild tree. I don't think we have enough iron tools to do this. Oh, we do. Nice. All right, lovely. We consumed all of our tools, but at least we moved the tree. Right, here's the problems. We have one person that's homeless, which is surprising given the number of houses that we recently built. We have no tools right now, but we are working on that. Clothing is getting to be a major problem, which is not good, because we did go in and build over here a bunch of clothing stuff. So we have this tailor. Let's open up another spot, and I'm tempted to do the same in these textile mills as well, just so we can get the efficiency of this little area to be a little bit better. And we have another tailor. We absolutely do, but they're working pretty flat out as well. So we should, with an additional tailor, be able to do some things. This situation with tools should gradually start to resolve itself because we have got this guy over here working on steel tools. So those are going to start getting given out to people, and they will last longer than the iron ones. So it's gonna be a little rough around the town for a little while, but I think we'll manage, and I think we'll survive. We're also extremely low on food, like ridiculously low on food. But we have just started the harvest, so I'm assuming. What I'm assuming is that green numbers mean surplus, which means even though the number comes down really low, we are still gonna survive until the next harvest. I am assuming that is what that means. I don't know if it actually does mean that, but I'm going to assume that it means that. But you know what they say about assuming things. So I might be making a bit of a, well, that phrase would work if it didn't involve you. Long story short, I might be making a bit of an ass out of me.